No audio.
Oh, we're on. We're on.
All right. Hello, GDQ. How's everyone doing? All right. Well, I'm NervyDestroyer. This is Helpless. And thanks to all you wonderful people out there raising over $117,000, we are doing this run on legendary difficulty. Not easy. So, we're definitely in for a treat. There's going to be a lot of very legendary specific tricks, everything. Even the safety strats are going to be unique. So, as I said, I'm NervyDestroyer. I've been running this game for about 2.5 years. And honestly, I love this game. Current world record holder for easy, along with various ILs, and I'm joined by my lovely co-op partner.
Hi guys, I'm Helpless. I've been running this game for about 3 years, and I'm just really excited to be here. Halo is all about couch co-op, and yeah, that's the spirit of Halo, so I'm just glad to play it with one of my good friends.
Yep. And joined by our couch, of course.
How did they?
Yes, so I'm Chronos. I ran this game solo at AGDQ Online in 2021. It's a brilliant game. Former world record holder of Easy, and I just want to say it's amazing to see both Nervy and Helpless. They're the world record holders for co-op in this game for both Easy and Legendary. They're absolutely amazing. They're going to destroy this game.
Where do we stand?
And I'm bryonato. I ran Halo 3 once for like a few months, and now I just end up on every Halo couch somehow. So I'm super happy to be here. And yeah, I mean, Chronos really said it all. So yeah, good luck, y'all. Best of luck.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you. All right. So without further ado, we're going to get started. I do think my audio, now it's back.
I want everyone
my audio is a little bit loud. If someone could just turn that down a little bit, please. We had some, anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
Good luck.
And go.
Go.
So right here, Helpless is going to do an early out of bounds here called Cryo Bump, and he's going to turn on the new graphics, which is a unique thing in MCC, which lets you see out of bounds because of how the new graphics settings work. And he's going to do a mini teleport here. Perfect. That's brilliant.
Well done.
And that saves like quite a bit of time of just this opening walking section. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's worth noting that they are playing, MCC is the Master Chief Collection. This is the collection of all the Halo games up until 5, or I guess just to say excluding 5, that was released both on
don't keep it loaded,
modern consoles and on PC. And so that allows them to switch between remastered graphics and classic ones, and remastered allows you to see out of bounds, basically, which is a nice little quirk of that.
And that was probably a little confusing right there. If you walk inside that little hallway and then walk back, it just teleports you the keys. It just says close enough.
Yep, so right here, we're going to make our way through these hallways of the Pillar of Autumn. And one of the major tricks that you'll not really see, but it's done every time, is called backpack reloading. So when you shoot weapons, you're able to reload them while they're in your backpack by double tapping the reload key and switching your weapon. And it just gets reloaded. It's very useful for every single combat situation that you'll see, like, throughout the run.
It really unlocks the combat of this game. Honestly, I wish it wasn't every game, but that's probably a tall ask.
You played this game for a couple of weeks and you switched.
Y'all are just nuking these Marines, by the way. Like,
they're in the way.
Yeah, can we turn Helpless's mic audio up, by the way?
I can't hear the game either.
Yeah.
No good audio.
Yeah, we have audio.
y'all are doing great. I had no idea.
We're just...
Swinging it.
The true meaning of co-op.
Okay, so coming up right here is a major trick in the Pillar of Autumn that was discovered in 2021, I want to say. Discovered by Burnt, major tricker. And basically we're going to do a shield bump right out of bounds here. And because this is co-op, we're going to actually do a very interesting set of tricks here. So both players are going to be going out of bounds with a trick called shield bump. Nervy's going to go out to hit one trigger, and Helpless is going to go out to the spot where he's going to teleport Nervy to, and basically make everyone skip through the entire section.
Clean.
And there we go, yeah. Helpless just clipped back in bounds by loading the zones, and both players are back in bounds. That section saves about 30 to 40 seconds, which is pretty massive. So really cool to see.
I remember watching your streams, Chronos, when that got found, and like the Pillar of Autumn record just going down and down and down and down. That was really exciting.
Yeah, it was stuck like going down by like a second each time, and then that trick got found, and then massive cut. So it's insane.
Yeah, I think this was one of the last tricks found for the solo run.
Yeah.
It's been a few years too. There we go. I got some audio now. Let's go.
Woo, tech crew. So
that run is just, that trick is just the tip of the iceberg. This run is going to go off the rails very quickly.
How risky is that, so to speak? Like, is that like if you revert checkpoint, are you losing minutes, or is that pretty forgiving?
It's pretty forgiving. You get a couple checkpoints here and there during the run, and yeah.
That was the first level, by the way.
Oh, I got a game crash.
Oh no, game crash.
Can you like invite? How does that work if somebody crashes?
We just load up Halo and we get back in here, I guess.
Oh, okay. I guess that's pretty simple, right? You can just like, it's level select.
Yeah, at least it's at the end of the mission. We don't have to play through Pillar of Autumn again.
You know, his difficulty came up as heroic at one point. We don't know why, so maybe that had something to do with it.
It was an MCC moment for
Yeah, I feel like silver lining, if the game is going to crash at any point, it might as well be after you complete the mission.
All right, hang on. We got to do a... So we can't do this over LAN until we connect first over Xbox Live, some behind the scenes. I think you can join me.
I can't join you.
Awesome.
Okay. Please wait for
Can we get some donations?
You know what? I would really love to. We have $117 from Kept in Stitches. Interesting number. They say, I know nothing about Halo, but my husband tells me that 117 is important and something about a master chef. So
Yes,
what are we talking? The Bear or Gordon Ramsay here? Anyway, good luck to the runners. And we also have $10 from Z, who says, good luck, my fellow Combat Evolve runners. Thank you for Chronos E-ing. But the real question is, who is Nervy? Is he helpless? Can we also get a Nervy helpless kiss at the end of the run? Peepo shy.
Maybe.
That's not a no.
And $117 from Socratic Bear, donating in honor of our favorite Spartan. Let's finish the fight against cancer.
Nice.
I think we're back.
Cool. Woo!
We're back for now.
All right, so what's going on with what are like some of the big differences with Halo and I guess the second mission is called Halo. So what are some of the big differences between single player and co-op here?
So there will be a major difference in the route change that'll happen in the second half. Also, don't mind that. Totally normal behavior. You know, it's something you do all the time with your friends.
That is true.
Just kill each other in the campaign, just messing around.
I'd make it maybe 3 or 4 levels playing with my friends before we're doing that.
3 or 4 is impressive. I would not make it 1.
That's on a good day.
Yep. So right there, Nervy did a trick to just skip the first spawn here by doing a grenade jump up to the second area. So it skips this area where another dropship spawns in with more enemies. And then Helpless just jumped off the edge so he can respawn for not only catching up with Nervy, but also getting a plasma pistol, which is one of the most powerful weapons in the game, because just overcharging enemies and just being able to headshot them with a pistol is the fastest way to kill them.
Yeah, to give a little more insight on that too, the plasma pistol, if you hold down the primary fire, charges up the shot. A fully charged shot will deplete an enemy's shield. Shields are kind of everything in Halo. They'll basically you're more or less invulnerable, so to speak, until your shield breaks, but there's minor exceptions to that. And once the shield breaks, if you use a precision weapon like the pistol, it'll just one-shot everybody. And you can see that with some of the unshielded enemies like the grunts, but some of the bigger ones, like the elites, are gonna have those shields.
Yeah, and here you'll see some small combat decisions that were routed out. Basically, Nervy takes care of the grunts on the left, while Helpless takes care of the elites on the right. And now we are killing our Marines here.
We're saving them.
Yeah, so...
See, protect. We're protecting them. It's all good.
Okay.
I got right side, by the way.
Okay.
What does that mean, right side?
Yes.
This dropship's going to come down.
I love the way you said that, by the way.
And basically, there's going to be 2 elites on this right side and a couple of grunts and jackals on that side. But because I have plasma grenades, I'm just going to stick these guys while he kind of takes care of them.
And this trick coming up. I think Chronos remembers this one.
Yes, this trick is called drop skip. So you need to be able to kill all the enemies as fast as possible in order to skip one of the drop ships that spawns in. Otherwise, they'll spawn in a bunch more enemies that are really annoying to deal with. So a fun thing about co-op is generally it's a little bit easier because you have your partner there just to clear up for any stragglers. But either way, it's a pretty cool trick.
I stopped jumping.
How much coordination does this level take in particular, especially because I know there's a lot of triggers or like timers that are going on with a lot of the dropships?
Yeah, so you'll see sometimes where Nervy and Helpless will communicate on areas where they need to figure out. Sometimes, like, they've already planned it ahead, and it works out pretty solidly, I would say.
Yeah, I'm just kind of getting out of the way right now because if I'm in view of some of these Covenant, they'll kind of like latch onto me and they'll dive out of the way.
It changes their aggro?
Yeah.
Okay.
And right there, we're supposed to get another ship spawn, but I successfully got drop skip, so
nice.
You kill those 2 ships back to back, you don't get that one. And that one is also the hardest drop ship, and due to some shenanigans, you don't always get that. So very happy I was able to get that.
Yeah, the level structure of this level in particular is... Y'all okay?
Yeah.
We're good? Okay, cool. The level structure of this level in particular is a lot different than I feel like almost any other level in the game. Would you agree, Chronos? Just due to like the way that you can kind of choose the objectives as in like your own order?
Yeah, so that's a major part here where we're going to have both players go to different objectives. So you'll see that later here.
Right.
And meanwhile, we're just waiting for a warthog. So it's a perfect time for donations.
Yeah, absolutely. A $20 donation from Sleek. Best of luck to Nervy D. Rich and attendee number 1 on their co-op run. First floor skip hype and instant rubble. Also from Magic Man, $117 donation. Good luck on this legendary run. Time to make the donuts. A $50 donation from Shattermage, who says, did someone say co-op CE? Gotta see it. Here's 50 to PCF. My mom is currently a cancer patient in remission, fearing it may one day return. Thank you, GDQ, for supporting this organization. Go Nervy, go Helpless. Shouts to Chronos and Bry on the couch. Sometimes I miss running this game. Kevin Turtle.
You should come back.
Yeah.
I feel like the Halo Runs community is at like, it's just always surging. Ever since MCC came to PC a few years ago,
Definitely.
Yeah.
done a lot of stuff for this game, or this whole community, I feel like.
Also have a $150 donation from Maxors. They say, after many late nights spent trying to beat Halo on Legendary as a teenager, I want nothing more than to see it being demolished by some excellent runners. Keep it coming, folks.
So
right here, there's a trick coming up where Helpless is going to get off the turret here, while Nervy's just driving against the wall, and that just flings Helpless all the way to the button on the bridge. And Nervy, meanwhile, gets to just drive back and drive across the bridge while it is going up. So normally,
wait a second.
Yeah. Normally in solo runs, you would have to do all of that by yourself, but because you're co-op, you're able to just split up the tasks.
And then we don't have to worry about Helpless basically being far apart from Nervy. When you, I guess I don't really know the technical mechanics of it, but basically when you're so far apart from somebody or you hit another trigger, you'll just teleport.
It's, when you hit a load zone specifically, so the levels are broken up into multiple load zones. So for example, this level has 2 load zones and it breaks right here, which teleports him over to me.
Nice.
There's a few exceptions where you won't teleport, but we'll get into that. We're going to abuse that.
And so here's where the kind of different objectives open up, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So there's 3 areas. There's cliff, there's rubble, and there's river. The way we complete the 3 areas is going to be a little unconventional, but we are going to split up here for 1 second. He's going to go do cliff, I'm going to go do rubble, and then we're going to meet up at river. The way we're going to meet up is also going to be a little unconventional.
I'm excited.
Yep, so Helpless will get off the turret here and start walking to the cliff, I want to say.
Yep.
And then Nervy's going to just take the Warthog to the rock area, the rubble.
I am waiting here forever. I am making sure these guys are saved.
Yeah,
Saved.
yeah, because you need to make sure that all of that happens. Otherwise, you could potentially have a soft lock. So playing it safe, just making sure all of the Marines are saved is
Here we go. Yeah.
the best way to do that. So Nervy's taking care of those Marines in that area. Helpless is entering down to the bottom here and taking care of these Marines at the bottom inside this structure. And there's an area where Nervy's driving to inside that rock area. That's just to hit a trigger to make sure that you've visited that area. So once he's done that, he's able to drive to the next one, and Helpless is just waiting for
He's gonna teleport.
Yep.
All right. Go ahead and teleport.
Uninstall your Minecraft account.
Something like that.
What? That was so loud.
Yep, so now they're in the final area of the game, or of the mission, so
I really
we're just
hope the Marines died.
Yeah, we're just driving in. We just have to clear out all of these enemies that are left over here, and yeah, just wait for the mission to end.
And the reason that this works is because, like, failing the objective just counts as completing it, more or
Yes.
less, right? Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's what we do for the first two. For this area, you do need to clear at least one area with all the enemies. So this one only has one dropship that spawns in. The rock area, for instance, has like 5 or 6. So that's why we choose to do this one last, because it's very few enemies. So right here, last dropship, Nervy's just going to snipe all of them. And Helpless is going to try to take care of the grunts if they don't die.
That should be fine. Yeah, we're good.
Clean.
Yep, and that is Halo, the mission.
Nice.
There we go.
And I personally am praying for no game crash coming up here.
Yeah, that would be nice to see.
That's a tall order.
Yeah,
I'm glad to see that even in speedruns, you still have all, like, the co-op nonsense that you would do on your own in a casual play.
yeah, we're just waiting for Foehammer to arrive, so yeah.
Having a little fun with it.
And this next level is where Legendary, honestly, it's regarded as probably one of the, if not the best level to speedrun, specifically if it's on Legendary.
Yes, let's go.
This is where basically it's going to open up.
Very combat heavy. For
Definitely one of my favorite missions in CE, like, period. I'm excited to see what y'all do here. I actually, like, haven't seen the intricacies of every single level of this run, so I am very stoked.
Nervy is definitely going to do the heavy lifting.
You got to keep the Marines alive. We're actually keeping them alive this time.
Yeah. So right here, we need to keep the Marines alive because in the next section where there's waves of enemies coming down, if any of these early Marines die here, you get reinforcements, which loses around a minute in time. So in order to save all the Marines, Helpless is going to stay behind and kill all of them. So he's going to stay, make sure all the Jackals and Grunts are dead, while Nervy's going to push forwards similar to the solo route.
Gonna die.
How big of an issue is that death?
About 40 seconds.
We'll see.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so right here, they're just going to start making their way forward to the lift fight.
Uh-oh.
And here, there's a lot of combat sequences. So it's going to be pretty precise. There's a lot of enemies, so it's very scary.
How much of this is, like, practice combat scenarios, and how much of it is, like, improv and organized chaos, so to speak?
It's a flowchart. It's basically
Okay.
pre-prepared. You basically play the game until you've seen every way that these enemies will align themselves. And I mean, there's some improv, of course, but I mean, generally you can get your way out of any jam.
Yep, so right here, Nervy's throwing the plasma to kill 2 elites as they come in.
Or I'll kill neither.
But they spawned very weirdly, all the way up front.
They do this.
Yep. And now they have to kill all of these grunts and jackals and that one elite up top. I believe there's 10 enemies in total in that area that you need to
Something
kill.
like that.
And then once enough are dead,
Coming
dropship
up
will
is,
come down.
yep, and coming up is easily the best part of the speedrun. Hopefully I get it nice and clean.
There's a
Good luck. I have, like, an idea of what's coming, so
Yeah, so I'll keep quiet because this is the most intense combat section.
Man,
Oh,
it's all right.
okay.
Chain reaction.
You did not just get chain reaction. It's all right, I got him.
And there we go. Wow. So that is a very, very difficult section. There's 8 waves of just non-stop enemies that you need to place grenades very precisely to kill. And nice double snipe.
I feel like the team kill is a bonus there too. That was sick.
I was talking to him beforehand. I'm like, don't get chain reacted like last time.
Yeah, if there are any like loose grenades on the floor, other explosions can cause them to chain react, which is a very infamous mechanic, especially.
Oh, you got the... Yeah, Marines survived, which is great. Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, are y'all doing the Wraith push thing
Yeah,
or whatever?
So right here, this is a big trick called belly skip. So Nervy's going to be teleporting out of bounds here by using some very precise lineups to upwarp out of the Wraith. And he's going to just make his way past this belly of the beast section of the game where there's 10 waves of enemies.
Uh-oh. Well,
Yep.
got a weird stutter there. That's all right.
Yeah.
That's why we get that checkpoint.
Yep.
Pretty good checkpoint, honestly, too. We just gonna hear the elites going again. I'm happy right now.
Yeah, so Nervy's just doing some very precise platforming. It's kind of weird with how
You didn't help
the
them?
geometry is. Yeah, helpless. You're
I w-
just sitting there invisible.
Also, just as a side note, I would love if we can get some donations to make Mello do elite noises.
Oh,
That would
great.
make me so happy.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, and Nervy just jumped back in bounds and completed belly skip. So
Oh, nice. All right.
Yeah, we're done. Yeah, blink and you'll miss it. Blink and you'll miss it.
That's a very big skip, right? That was another something that was found in the last couple of years.
Just
Yeah,
yeah,
save
mistaken,
a few
is
minutes.
like a wave fight. It's like 8 to 10 waves or something.
But wait, there's more.
yeah, so coming up right here is Quad Stack, which is a development from TNR Stack, which was done before, where we only went up to the 2nd floor. But now we're going all the way to the top by throwing some very, very precise grenades while moving. And by doing this, we can stick ourselves go all the way to the top.
Nice.
And
nice.
land.
Nice.
Yeah, and that works because of some temporary invulnerability you get when you pick up the overshield power-up. So we definitely get a lot of use out of that.
You'll notice the overshield power up for future tricks. It's like a little box with an orange square in the middle for future reference.
Yep, so from here, it's pretty much all combat.
That was sick.
Lots of enemies to kill in these last
Oh, God.
hallways. Nothing like
Clink.
nading your own
It's all right, we're good.
allies. Yep, and we're just making our way to Keys in the prison because we need to release him since he got captured.
Yeah, that was the whole point of this mission, was like basically one of the main human generals got captured and we're on a rescue op, more or less.
Yeah,
We're gonna rescue him.
quite a few times.
Rescue.
There's no way you're gonna kill Keys.
Protect.
This is very ominous. I love during the combat scenarios just how much like silent communication I'm witnessing. Like I really get a respect for just how much you all have played together in the way that you navigate these various combat sections. Like that. That was sick.
Well, that went well. I'm gonna get those nades out of the way because chain reactions.
Wow.
We should head back to the shuttle.
All right, we're gonna rescue him.
Oh my god.
I was hoping for that scream.
These sound effects are terrifying.
Yeah, so right here, the unique co-op strat that we're doing right here is Nervy's going to make his way, similar to the solo run, to the bridge section. And basically he's going to do all the killing of these enemies here to basically clear out everything that's left. And Helpless is staying back with the Marines so they don't progress. And by doing this, he's going to deload their AI.
You may kill them.
Yeah, so by killing them and progressing far enough, which Nervy has, Keys is angry at Helpless right now for killing all the Marines. And Yeah, he's just not doing anything because
He
his
looks
AI
happy.
is dead.
He's got a smile on his face.
Yeah.
He's very happy about what just happened.
Nicely done.
This is my vacation. You're doing this.
Yeah.
Do y'all like kind of like have different roles for different levels rather?
Yep.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, so this is Silent Cartographer, very famous mission for speedrunning Halo.
In general.
And, yeah, for this run, it actually is more effective for player 2 to do this level since they spawn closer to the Warthog, which we need to get to.
And
So-
he's also the world record holder for this level, so I'm letting him do this.
Yeah,
Okay, now the pressure's on.
Casual fun.
Pressure.
yeah. So Helpless is just going to make the way similar to the solo route where you're going to pick up the Warthog, which is flipped over all the way at the opposite side of the island. Nervy's just going to have fun here.
I'm just getting some nades.
Yep. And yeah, this would be a brilliant time for some donations while we wait for Helpless to make his way.
Absolutely. Well, hey, some of our more observant viewers might have noticed a massive jump in the tracker just now. And I just have to say that I'm very honored to announce that Humble Bundle has donated $51,578.
What?
That's insane. That's so cool.
Thank you so much for that to the
Wow.
Prevent Cancer Foundation. And the comment reads, midweek donation from Humble Bundle. AGDQ 2024 Games Bundle runs through January 25th. Make sure to go and check that out, everyone.
That bundle rips, by the way. It was really good.
yeah.
Yeah, lots of good games.
Shout out Humble Bundle.
Do I have time for one or two more?
Got time for one more.
One more? Okay, cool. How about this? $25 from River. They say, shout out to Chronos on the couch. My favorite Halo CE runner. Can't wait for some of my favorite glitches in CE.
Thanks. Anyways, Helpless is making his way down to one of the most popular tricks in the speed run, which is the door fling, or SC. And basically, this door is supposed to close on you and not let you go through. But instead, by
we have a
using
car.
the Warthog, you're just able to slip through. And yeah.
That's a classic. I love this upcoming segment too.
Yeah, so Helpless is making the fast way down by dropping all the way down to the bottom of the button. Nervy's just moving the car away since we're going to go back all the way up to the top.
Oh, you haven't
And
seen this
here-
yet, have you?
I have not
is-
seen this yet.
Oh, no.
I thought it
big
was going to be
co-op
stick
trick
stack,
here.
but I'm not really sure.
Kind of.
Okay. This is one of, well, I'm not, I guess I don't know what's about to happen.
Well, we're going to do the regular stick stack, except there's going to be a 7th grenade.
Not enough fun. Almost.
Not quite.
Oh my, okay.
Close, 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 close.
Okay, this is very difficult. It's hard to time these grenade throws, especially in co-op. So, let's hope it works this time.
That looks good.
Oh,
Let's
I'll take a second.
go!
I'll take a second try.
yeah, that is an
Wow.
amazing trick. Generally in solo runs, you can't do that in full game since it's very, very difficult to get that height.
Wow.
But in co-op, you have the extra grenade, and that just has just enough momentum to get you all the way to the top.
That is wild. I mean, I can't, I feel like that trick really speaks for itself and just how difficult it is with like the pistol timing for the lineup and all this, man.
Yeah.
One of my favorite tricks in any speed game ever.
Yeah. It's just so cool to see.
They can't come over here, so it's just...
Oh, is there AI like blocked or something?
yeah,
Oh,
it is.
interesting.
They all just group up in that one spot where you can just
Yeah.
headshot them.
Sample of chain reactions right there.
We're about done with Silent Cartographer at this point, right?
Yeah,
We
that's
are.
it. So just get on the Pelican, and we're out.
Off to a solid control room. Very nice.
And here's another... coming up is another legendary exclusive trick as well. Really a dress rehearsal for a run, or excuse me, a trick that's coming up soon. Stay tuned, we'll get there in a sec.
But yeah, coming up right here is a very co-op exclusive trick. You can do it somewhat in solo, but it's very, very different.
Don't do
So
it.
yeah, don't do it in solo. But in co-op, this is an absolutely amazing trick. So can't wait to see it right here.
We're gonna do a safer version of it because I really enjoy having checkpoints.
Yeah.
Checkpoints are good.
Yep, so we're just making our way through these early hallways here. It's really nice in co-op.
Get him. Oh God, this grunt. There we go. Oh God, all right.
And that's about all the combat on this level.
Yep.
Really?
One room.
Yeah.
We're all at the start, but okay.
Well, there's kind of some.
Sure.
Yeah, so Helpless is going to hang back here just to not break the Banshee's AI that is coming in. And Nervy's going to do a trick very popular called, Banshee Grab. So he's going to crouch at a specific time, move in a very specific direction, and the elite jumps out of the Banshee.
Wow.
So Helpless is going to get in the Banshee and park it, is going to go and do a fling out of bounds by clipping through the ceiling. And Nervy's going to get back in the Banshee and just wait for Helpless.
Give me 1 second. Gotta hold on. It's go.
And yeah, so Helpless hits the load zone. Nervy's now out of bounds.
Completely out of bounds. This is what it looks like, but new graphics lets us see things. So I can just fly through walls. The reason this happens is this is an exception to that load zone thing. The game wanted to teleport me over to him, but he's out of bounds. It doesn't know where to put me, so it just doesn't. And I do it right on the edge of that load zone, which lets me just get right out of bounds. So
This is fascinating.
we're just chilling. And I'm gonna take a little indirect route because there's a nice little checkpoint trigger over here. Right about here.
Yeah, checkpoints are really nice to have in this game.
I keep expecting you just to hit this geometry.
Yep.
Yeah, there's no like quick save function or anything like this in this game. You're reliant on when the game allows you to save, basically.
All right, load me back in.
Yep.
There we
so
go.
That was awesome. That was so cool.
Yeah, so Nervy's just making his way all the way to the end of the mission. You'll notice that none of these enemies are spawning in. That's because we skipped a lot of triggers earlier on, which spawn in the enemies. But normally you're required to hit triggers to end the missions and stuff. But in this game, for this mission in particular, you just have to hit a button at the very end, and that finishes the mission, which is loaded in. So it's very convenient.
That is not the case for the backwards version of this level.
Yeah, which is very unfortunate later on.
Yeah, as you'll see,
Or fortunate. I actually really like it. A lot of people disagree.
As you'll see as we get to the later levels in the game, most of what's like the final 3 or 4 missions are basically just this like copy paste of previous missions in terms of level design, but with different objectives and new enemies.
Yeah, so coming up right here, Nervy's bringing the Banshee indoors for a trick. So he's going to fly it to a very specific spot to do something we call a Banshee teleport.
Shoutouts to Burr and G-Pro, I believe. Game doesn't like it when you intersect with things.
Yep, and that
Wow.
just teleports you very far distances by meleeing the Banshee in very specific spots. And yeah, it's hard to understand where
Yeah,
we
I mean,
skipped, but we skipped around a minute of walking.
That's
with
wild.
just that teleport.
Because yeah, just to like a layman's eye, it looks like y'all just kind of went in the door and went back out more or less.
Yep, and same thing right here. We're going to do the same set of melees
Nice.
and press the button. And there we go. That's the end of
That's
AOTCR.
the only thing that needs to happen.
Wow.
Quick note for our lovely tech crew. I think I have Helpless's audio on my headset, which is fine for now, but I will need mine later
Yeah.
on. All right, Helpless, thank you for joining me. It was lovely to have you. Thank you so much. Don't need you anymore. If you just want to hang out, maybe head back to base, I'll see you later.
Oh, well,
But you messed it up.
Oh no.
He was supposed to stay on the Pelican.
Oh no, he's staying on the Pelican.
All right, this works.
He said, "I thought you meant on the Pelican."
I mean, I did mean that, but
Yeah. So the vibe I'm getting is that this is basically a solo level, more or less.
kind of, yeah.
Kind of.
basically.
Okay.
Well,
Well, there goes that.
but yeah, Nervy's just making his way down to the interior section. Did
you'll-
a small plasma grenade jump.
And
but
you'll probably remember this level being the big build-up, the big reveal of Halo CE, the Flood. And the reveal is, in my opinion, one of the greatest moments in
Very good
gaming.
level.
We're gonna completely skip the reveal, so you're not gonna see it, but it's really cool.
Yeah, this level, as far as the lore goes, is there's this kind of like parasitic zombie. I don't know if you call it a race of people, but it's just this like I don't know this what you would call it, but any faction. The Flood, and they exist. They're like imprisoned here, and we've
I
released
am
them.
out of bounds, by the way.
Yeah. So Nervy's doing a trick called reveal skip, which is skipping that entire section where we get to know about it.
Locked door right there. So at this point, the game assumes you've hit the Flood reveal, so the Flood are just going to kind of appear.
Yep.
All that buildup is skipped.
All that builds up, all that's gone.
How many out of bounds tricks like that did MCC like enable for y'all?
Not too many. A lot of these were done in the Gearbox version way back then. It's just that because of new graphics, a lot of out-of-bounds tricks that require seeing the geometry from out of bounds are able to be done only on MCC.
So you'll start seeing the Flood showing up now. Nice camo Jumo. And
Fun story about Camo Jumo. It was originally called Camo Jump, but I believe it was, who was it? Svo, Savu?
Someone.
In Garish's chat.
Someone in Garish's chat, I'm gonna get flagged for that. Someone in Garish's chat accidentally misspelled jump as Jumo, and like most things I feel like in speedrunning, like one thing happens, now it's just Camo Jumo.
And that's how memes are born. It just takes one person to typo.
Yep, so Nervy's just making his way to do another Camo Jumo. This is a safety strat. Just skips a lot of enemies that spawn in this last elevator here instead of pressing the bridge button.
The things that spawn all these enemies right here is tied to this bridge button, so if you never press it, they never come. You also get this music line for the whole rest of the time, so there's some trade-offs.
does Helpless have any role here right now, or is it?
Nope.
I'm going to be a meat shield in about 5 seconds.
Yeah. Okay, so we're making our way out of 343 here. The last thing we need to do in this mission is to kill, basically, there's 4 different ending conditions, but only 2 of them are available on Legendary.
Man, they really wanted to talk to you there. Yeah. So if we shoot them, they follow it. All right, they're not following us.
Yeah.
In theory, if we shoot them, they follow us.
But yeah, for ending this mission, we either have to kill all of the Flood in this end sequence, or we could just kill the 2 Sentinels that spawn in at the end.
Woo, more team killing, yay!
Yeah. So we're just going to make our way through all these Flood. It's a very scary section in solo, but in co-op, just having an extra teammate to clear out enemies is really nice.
Here are the Sentinels. We got one. It is RNG where they spawn. That other one's pretty good, though. Oh my god, I can't.
Stuck in the tree. All right, we got him.
Oh god. Ah!
Oh.
It's all right, we're good. And that'll end the level just like that.
Nice.
So this level.
It's everyone's favorite level.
Funny story. We actually got world record in the practice room on this level.
No shot. That's sick.
So maybe we'll see another one.
Yeah, we'll
Hopefully.
see. But yeah, right here.
This level's a casino, though.
It definitely has a reputation both in the speedrun and with casual play. To say the least, I think that's an understatement.
So this Flood's pretty important. He's a special Flood. Basically, each Flood in the game has a 40% chance to be what we call a reviver, which means when their health drops down below 30%, they play dead. When they play dead, they lose collision. When they get back up, they regain it. Game doesn't like when 2 things intersect, so when they get back up, it'll teleport us forward a short distance. This Flood, due to some shenanigans, is a guaranteed reviver. So I'm going to shoot him twice for him to play dead. I'm on top of him, he'll regain collision, and we skip the door.
Nice.
I'm gonna do another little trick here to do another teleport. Because there's a little trigger right there that's going to spawn in a bunch of enemies. Because I skipped that, there's going to be absolutely 0 enemies on this first floor. However, that trigger is required, so Helpless is now hitting his end of the required triggers, basically to get that door to open in the safest way possible, and he's going to hit that for me. Well, I'm just kind of relaxing.
Yep. Yeah, you can't do this in solo runs because you need to hit all of these triggers on the way. So this is a very cool, unique co-op thing.
Pick up some OS. Oh God, we didn't run the patcher, did we?
Oh,
I did.
Oh,
okay.
I didn't.
We'll see. It should be fine.
I'll just run it.
Yeah.
So, a trick that's coming up, there's a chance that the game can crash, which a community member, Scales, actually dove really deep into the game to figure out why that happens, and made a community-approved patcher that removes that crash, and it's really been a boon because it wasn't just this trick. We found it was other tricks too, just a constant random chance for things to crash. So the fact that that's just gone now has been a huge boon.
Yep, so we're making our way to that trick right now. It's at the top of this elevator right here.
There it is.
Yeah,
I'll just run
Kirby's
that.
just going to
Just
run
gonna-
the patcher really quick.
Good.
Speed patched.
And here we are. This is the second floor. So Nervy's going to have quite a bit of fun. This is a very RNG trick.
Oh,
coming up
what?
here.
Yeah, sorry, hold on. I gotta kill him.
But
Thank you.
what was the purpose of that?
I wanted a shotgun.
I mean, that's what you do in co-op.
That's
yeah?
what you. That's literally what you
You have
do.
the power weapon. I want the power weapon. Okay, so right here, this is the
I
trick.
swear to God, if this works, I'm gonna be so mad. Fine.
No shot.
It worked.
dude.
It worked. That is a very RNG trick, and it worked.
That trick is the bane of CE runner's existence. It's about a 1 in 7 chance to hit that bump, and yeah, it's required for world record, and you basically have to play perfectly up until this point, and you're more than likely your run's gonna die.
This
to
game
that door.
is taunting me. Every single marathon I have ever done, I have gotten it, and I cannot get it in a run.
Yeah. Yeah. How it
Supposed to
goes.
die.
And I've tried a lot.
Honestly, I don't know what you're complaining about. I think getting in a marathon's sick.
It is, but you know.
I get it.
Okay, so right here, Nervy's just doing a grenade jump through the door. Generally, you would have to wait for the door to open, but just going through it like that is a lot faster. And we're going to the rocket flood hallway, which is probably the hallway where you're most likely to die in the speed run, since there's a rocket flood that just shoots randomly, and yeah, it's very annoying to deal with sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. Carriers too. It's. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it gets messy really quick. It can.
This music will probably stop, I think.
Okay, so
There's
here
just
they are.
overlapping music. Okay, just launch my grenade away.
Yeah.
Do we have time for any donations before this level ends, or?
Absolutely. In fact, now's a good time.
Okay, yeah, fantastic. Yeah, well, I would like to point everybody's donation briefly to the Pet the Cat incentive, because cats are cute and adorable. We're over halfway there, 51%. That's for Viewfinder. And bryonato, I thought we were friends, because I have all these donations that I need to read that I'm not happy with. All right, let's start with this one. We have $7 from Doctors. Oh my God, PhD. They say, ah, whoa, baba.
Yes, that's actually pretty good.
Thank you. We have $25 from M Sparky, who says, bark, bark, bark. And we,
Was that a dog or an elite?
it was an elite.
Okay.
Bow wow. Listen, I got that dog in me. $25 from Silver Inferno. $25 from Silver Inferno, who says, Grah! And I'm done. I'm done.
We gotta. Yeah.
That was solid.
That was actually really good.
That was like not bad. I'm impressed, frankly.
Okay, so coming up
I love
next.
this hallway.
Yeah.
I love it. It's great.
Yeah, so this hallway is pretty annoying. Enemies can drop grenades and they cause chain reactions with their grenades, which really blow up in random ways that very
Oh,
annoying
blow me
sometimes.
up. All right. Ah.
Yep. But yeah, coming up right here is an RNG door called Dark Door. Very annoying door to deal with because we need to rely on the 40% chance that this next flood coming up here is a reviver flood. So we're going to be waiting for a checkpoint right here to hopefully get it.
There we go.
And we're going to be retrying this until we get it. So let's see how many tries it takes. And it's first try, of course.
Yes, okay.
Let's go.
This library, by the way, is easily a world record pace right now.
Yeah, this is definitely world record
This
pace.
is like comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it is.
It's comfortable.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
Yeah, we won't know what the time is at the very end, but for those of you at home or at haloruns.com, shout out to haloruns.com.
HaloRuns.com? What is that?
Yeah.
The home of Halo Runs?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's supposed to be enemies here, but the trigger that spawns them in doesn't actually extend all the way, so we can just kind of jump along the right and just nice and just makes it a lot easier. There's a lot of enemies packed into that. I think they have shotguns, and we're just gonna avoid all that.
Yeah.
I only picked up 2. I wanted all 3.
How many more barriers are there to like your world record pace right now?
Okay, so
2.
yeah,
Two.
2 more. So coming up right here about is something called Light Bump, which is a trick that was discovered very late. Before we used to rely on RNG to get through this door, but instead we're going to use a set of teleports to go through this door
Shout
instead.
out to Burnt and I think G-Pro.
Yep.
Those 2 have found a lot of things.
Yeah. Lots of runners in the community. So right here, Nervy's going to clip through this door by standing at a spot. He's going to get into position, warp upwards on top of the door. He's going to jump to this light, and he's going to line up with a certain spot on the screen and hold left. And if done correctly,
I
you
think
should
it's
teleport all the way to the
Fin-
other side.
finicky. Come on, there we
There
go.
we go.
Nicely done.
Third try, not bad.
There's the door. We're just past it. And that door takes a minute and a half to open. And before we just have to rely on another 40% coin toss. So honestly, that's probably one of the best finds in this game because it removed that little bit more from this level that already has so much of it.
Yeah.
Strats that remove RNG are frankly just the best strats
Huge.
in speedrunning.
Yes, I definitely agree. It is
You gotta
so
be
amazing.
careful because it can just kind of move the
Is
RNG
your elevator
around.
going? Okay.
Yeah, I'm on the elevator. Get Nancy.
I didn't think.
Yeah, so right here, this is the final floor of the library. So there's one last door that we need to wait for or get good RNG, which we hopefully will see here. It's going to need another 40% reviver flood here. So Nervy's going to do a grenade jump across this door, similar to before. And we're going to see if we get a human flood that spawns at a good spot here. So hopefully that happens.
We'll see. Don't just come on, man. It's gonna.
Uh-oh. The game crashed?
No, my computer crashed.
Oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Well, rip world record.
Oh yeah, that is off.
Oh, jeez.
Oh boy.
How close were we to the end of the level?
You were right there. We
yeah,
can just probably
like another
move
minute.
on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All that was left in that was just waiting for the door to open and then jumping through one more door to wait for another minute of cutscene there. So
Well, I guess we have
Is
time for
it?
donations.
I was really hoping you might cue me in. From Ginger Jeff, they donate $25 and say, congrats for raising over $1 million, everyone, as well as meeting the legendary upgrade incentive for Halo. But don't stop there. We still have 2 more whole days left. Let's see how much farther we can go in our quest to help defeat cancer.
Cool.
And a $77.77 donation from Aura Hack. They say, Halo is always a highlight of GDQ. I'm so excited we get to see more of its ever-evolving runs. Good luck to the runners.
I just want to shout out Aura Hack.
I thought you might like that one.
Yep.
We have a $250 donation from Leo. They say, played all the Halos up to 4 co-op Legendary with my dad. Seeing this co-op Legendary run brings so much good memories of a foregone time as my dad passed away from cancer in 2018. But this run is awesome.
All right.
We looking good?
Yeah, you're good to keep going.
Oh, good
going,
to keep
sorry.
going. Okay, cool.
The PC is on. We're working on it.
Yeah, all right, I got some funny ones here. $50 from that grunt on the left. Please don't turn me into confetti. And we'll be right back after a quick break. All right, everyone, we're just gonna read a few more donations while we fix those quick issues. I have a very sweet $250 donation from Maria. I've been watching Games Done Quick with my husband for 8 years and am now finally doing my first donation. As a new oncology PA, this goes out to all my patients currently battling cancer and also to the many family members who lost their battle less than 3. Thank you, Maria. And from Justin S., a $117 donation. They say, I lost my dad to cancer back in 2015, and one of the last good memories I have with him before he passed away was watching Awesome Games Done Quick 2015 together. He thought it was amazing that a community could come together like this to raise money to fight cancer. A massive thank you to everyone from runners to staff to, of course, the donors. Here's $117 in honor of my dad and everyone else that we've lost to cancer. Thank you, Justin. I have some great news, everyone. It looks like we got those issues fixed, so I'm gonna send it right back to your runners.
All right. When I said that level has a lot of RNG, that wasn't quite what I meant.
I want to say, y'all are just rolling with the punches right now. I mean, like you're still playing at a super high level. Tech is like working their butts off to make this work. So yeah, shout out Tech, shout out y'all. You're doing great.
Okay. Yeah, so now we are on the mission to Betrayals, which is a very cool mission. You can't miss this. This is the best part about co-op speedruns right here.
I'm excited. I've always just kind of thought of this level as Assault on the Control Room backwards. So
yeah, so right here, Nervy and Helpless are just making their way through this section. Lots of enemies to jump through. We don't want to kill those grunts there, since they'll spawn in more enemies that we don't want to have to deal with. And we're going to do some small, unique things here. So,
Checkpoint, please.
Waiting for a checkpoint.
the classic. Some things never change.
Please. Okay.
There we go.
Right when you're gonna give up.
So Nervy's going to deload these enemies. There's only going to be 2 elites and 2 jackals that spawn in, and Helpless is going to stay at the button. So generally you need to hit this button in order to proceed again. So in solo missions we would just have to fly back up with a Banshee, and Nervy's also going to do a nice set of Banshee grenades right here. Just throw them all the way closer.
That's pretty cool.
And Nervy's going to hit a trigger at the bottom while Helpless hits the button.
I'm just hitting this checkpoint trigger just for some safety.
So that spawns in all the enemies and progresses the mission, and allows Nervy to just make his way up, saving a lot of flying time here. So now Nervy's going to park the Banshee inside, and both of them are going to spawn in. And this is where we're going to use some small load teleports here. So Helpless is going to wait at one spot and teleport Nervy right outside of the first generator. And both players, Helpless is going to get in the Banshee right here. Get ready to do the fling. and he's going to go up and out of bounds, similar to AOTCR before.
Love that.
Nervy's parking another set of Banshees, so there's 3 Banshees here. He parks one at the door, he stands at a very specific spot
Whoa.
with another Banshee, and is able to go out of bounds while Helpless is hitting the load trigger.
Head through that door.
All right, thank you. I need an audio cue.
Yeah. So now, Helpless also goes out of bounds with his own Banshee that Nervy's set up, and both players are just out of bounds, and Nervy's hitting triggers that are required for the mission to progress, while Helpless is flying all the way to a very far part of the level, just straight beelining it all the way.
That'll be important later.
I see why you were talking this up.
Yeah, so Nervy is hitting so many triggers here, and this is super difficult. Like, I can't stress how difficult this part is, because there's around 25, 30 triggers that you need to hit, and all of those are very small boxes where you need to be in at a very specific time in order to hit them. So you can't just like fly straight through unless you know for sure where those triggers are and when they are active.
What determines the timing?
It's very precise, like second cycles.
Oh,
so
okay,
you have
okay.
That
like,
explosion means I hit every trigger so far. I had no way of knowing otherwise.
yeah.
Wow.
So that's great. Meanwhile, Helpless is at the spot where he needs to be. He's hovering at a very specific spot while Nervy hits the load, and Helpless deloads off the map, so he's just gone, out of existence. So Nervy's going to hit another load. Nice. And Nervy's going to start making his way through a couple more triggers in this map here.
Wow.
So he hits one at the top of the elevator, one towards the bottom of it. Nice. Hits the one there.
Yeah, that's good. I don't know if I'm hitting these.
Yeah.
I know, but I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So here he's going to hit another load section here.
Alrighty.
So hopefully this works out well as well.
Let me just inch over here.
Be safe about it.
There we go.
Here we go. So that's another load, and
This
you see,
is, I'm doing a rather advanced version of Bool as well, probably like one of the most advanced. It's called Papega Route, which, funny story, I'm the one who basically came up with that name because I said you have to be a Papega to go for this in full game, and joke's on me because now I'm here going for it at GDQ.
yeah.
You said it's called Bool?
It's called Bool, yes.
What is that?
Banshee out of level.
Why wouldn't you just call it Banshee out of bounds?
No particular reason.
All right.
Okay, so here's a part where Nervy's going to load back into the level here by dropping out. Oh, the leg. Okay.
Checkpoint, please. Please. Okay.
So we're waiting for.
Oh, I got it.
You got the checkpoint, and there we go. So
Okay.
we loaded back
That
inbounds.
is the first checkpoint I've gotten in like 5 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. We loaded back inbounds. We went out of bounds by getting into the Banshee that was still stuck out of bounds by hitting the load trigger. And we're able to stay out of bounds in that way. So now Nervy hits that last trigger for that part to get that
I've located the
mini
She put down
black
1,200
bars stuff
kilometers
there.
of span.
And that whole Banshee thing, I could wait there and have it not matter. That's something called Banshee storing. Basically, the game thought the Banshee was in another load zone, so it stored it there for me. And when I went and hit that load zone, it gave it back to me. Which, on that note, you'll probably remember that Banshee that Helpless flew all the way over here. Well,
Nicely done, dude.
there it is.
Nicely done.
I think you tell that story the best. How did we find that?
I don't even know what just happened, frankly.
So we call that the Big Chinovsky freeze because there is a speedrunner named Chinovsky. Me and Nervy were hanging out in the Halo Runs Discord general chat one night, and he came in after a night of drinking, and he had a great idea. He said, why doesn't one person hit the triggers while the other person flies to the end of the level? I really think it could work. And, we're sitting there. He's kind of stumbling over his words. We're not really listening to him. And, after 10 minutes, he's really adamant about this. And we sat there for a second. We're like, you know what? I think he's actually making sense, and I think that's a really good idea. So we tested it out, and it ends up, saving time and being much, much easier than the old strats.
That's awesome.
We got fourth blood.
So right there, that's
We didn't get
the infamous 5 flood. What? Oh. It's infamous for a reason. That is the infamous 5 flood trigger. As you can see, the game does not progress unless 5 flood die in that section. That's actually the whole reason we're in bounds right now. If it wasn't for this trigger, we could do this whole level out of bounds. So he went and hit that. And that's why having 2 Banshees there is good. It saves you having to fly all the way back.
Final target neutralized. Let's get out of here.
Anyway.
All right.
Yeah,
Now we're on to
this is-
keys.
Yeah, this is the only RNG manip of the run, I believe, right?
Yeah, so I did a little manip at the start there, which basically guarantees that this flood right here is a reviver. So we don't have to rely on 40% chance for this. He is 100% guaranteed to be one. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a setup here. Zoom. Get right on top of him, same as before, teleport through the wall.
Nice.
And that skips pretty much the entire level. The game's gonna be a little bit confused.
Nice scripting.
This has been a strat for a long time, right? I mean, I remember watching keys bump and runs years and years and years ago.
Yeah,
It's had its many evolutions as well.
You didn't make a profile? There you go.
I love this on-the-fly stuff that we're doing. So I have to.
There it is.
Yep.
All right.
Is now a good time for me to ask like a question about y'all's history, like as co-op partners?
Yeah.
So I guess I'm just curious. Like I know that CE historically has like it's pretty tough to like the net quote's pretty rough, especially when you're playing like from long distances and a lot of input lag. How was it that it came about that y'all ended up just being the best at this?
I think you tell the story the best.
It's kind of interesting. Me and Nervy started running this game about the same time when COVID hit. You know, we didn't really have a lot to do, so we started speedrunning this game. We started hanging out in the Halo Runs Discord. We hang out in general chat, kind of do runs, bounce ideas off each other and stuff. And we were just kind of, you know, just having a conversation, and we got on the topic of where we're from, and I asked him, like, hey man, where are you from? And he said, New York. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, are you from, you know, New York City? Like, whereabouts? He goes, you know, like upstate New York. I'm like, oh my God, like me too, man. And it kind of just got smaller and smaller on the map, and it turned out we lived like 15 minutes away from each other, and it kind of just gave us a huge advantage regarding like the network latency. It kind of allows us to do more of the more precise tricks.
When he hits jump, he actually jumps.
It's one of those like small world moments. It's
Oh.
what are the odds?
That explains why my mouse felt weird. I was on the wrong sensitivity. Anyway, I think I need to do a little bit of Logiteching as well. Give me a second.
Should I read a quick donation?
Go for it.
Absolutely.
Okay, how about this? $25 from ABS Goose. They say, when you first saw Halo, were you blinded by its majesty, paralyzed, dumbstruck? Yet the speedrunners were able to evade your ships, land on the sacred ring, and desecrate it with their filthy shield bumps. Heretics!
There we go. That took forever.
Okay, so now we are on the final mission, the Maw. So,
Thank you.
Thank you.
The explosion should damage enough systems.
yeah, so
below
this
it.
is going to be a very cool mission.
This
right
is
here.
my favorite level in the game by far.
What makes it your favorite level?
This platforming coming up. I'm gonna wait right here for a checkpoint, and this, there we go. And this whole platforming right here is, well,
Whoa.
He used that door opening to clip out of bounds. It kind of intersected with his geometry and shot him up.
all right, how are we looking on checkpoint?
You should get one here in a second. I just got to
Awesome.
kill all these guys for you.
So coming up is a teleport. That's the whole reason we're like changing our in-game sensitivity is because of this teleport here. And I got it.
Ayo.
So
Nice.
I teleported from all the way over there to right here.
And is that like how, if y'all are that worried about your sensitivity, I can only imagine the precision of that. Like
It's, yeah,
That
it's,
trick only works on a few sensitivities. It's like 1.2, 2.1.
it's
5.
2.1, 3.1, and 5. The only
What-
sensitivity is where it works.
why?
It's weird for how the game calculates look angles, which is very weird numerical
That is
values.
so weird.
It's different for just every teleport. So looking through and trying to find which ones work and didn't, it has been like immense situation where
Yeah,
you just had to
yeah.
go through.
It was definitely a trial and error type thing, I believe. And just trying, we've tried every single sensitivity on that teleport, I believe. And yeah, those are the 3 we settled on, so those are the 3 we play at. I'd like to know, DPI doesn't matter, it's just the in-game sensitivity.
Okay, it's in-game sensing. Gotcha.
Here's something we found by accident, by the way.
Engine room located.
If I stay back and I don't enter the reactor room, and none of the enemies will spawn in the reactor room, making it much easier for Nervy.
Access. We can't restart the
He went AFK, and I was like, all right, yeah, let me go practice this real quick. And I just had no spawns, and I was like, oh,
that should do it.
keep doing that.
Yeah, so right here we just need to destroy these 4 reactors, and once we do that, we're able to complete the mission. So
Yeah, the flood are everywhere. They're taking over everything, so we're just gonna blow this place sky high and get out of here.
and that's the 4 dead, and we're just going to make our way to the final elevator.
Oh, I hope this trick works.
Okay, so coming up right here is a very unique co-op trick, so hopefully it works. It's so cool.
Watch out for a chain reaction here.
We're good. All right. Well, here we go.
Here goes nothing.
Okay, so
Wrong node,
both
wrong node.
Nervy and Helpless are walking in a corner.
The way this game kind of handles itself is a little, very weird. Let's try that again.
Yep.
I was afraid of this being finicky, but if I kill myself,
Y'all got time.
I fix
When I
it.
tell you, y'all got time.
Yeah, we're good.
You're on good pace.
So I just killed myself there to reset my look angle. Hopefully it makes it a little more consistent. We'll see.
Wrong node.
Oh my god. That's probably the right spot. I don't know.
It's not gonna work.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well.
so what's supposed to happen is by doing this trick, you're able to teleport all the way up to the top of the elevator, basically, when you hit the load zone, which is super cool. Saves around 15-20 seconds of this elevator ride.
Yeah, the 2 players intersect with each other, and it basically turns into an express elevator all the way up. I'd love to show it to you, but it's really weird. It's weirdly inconsistent. We haven't quite figured out why.
At least we got the Warthog drive coming up, so.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot you go first person in CE on the. Oh, that's so sick. I forgot about that.
I wish they kept it in.
I know.
They took it out.
I know.
We definitely have some time for donations on this long.
Yeah, here we go.
Also, wide timer.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see, how about this? From Nick Does Voices, they donate $50, and they say, if I know 2 things, they're that cats need pets, and every dollar donated this week makes a difference. Let's keep going fast and helping make the world a better place. Thank you, Nick Does Voices. That's absolutely trying to tell people we want to pet that cat a bunch of times in Viewfinder. So please apply your donations towards that incentive. A $50 donation from What It Be. They say, loving the Halo run. Combat Evolved was the first game I ever played co-op, playing with a friend who got the Xbox day 1. Oh, the memories. Thanks to all the runners and staff putting together this awesome event. Thank you. Oh, a $50 donation from Game Night Crew. They say, shout out to Nervy from the Game Night Crew. We are all watching. Good luck and good runs.
Thank you, guys.
How we doing on time?
You got more donations?
More donations? Great.
Cool.
Yeah, how about this? $117 from Deuces Mongooses. I love that.
That's
name.
sick. That's good.
They say day 5 out of 7. Everyone fighting cancer is a Spartan. And remember, Spartans never die.
You can squeeze in one more, I think.
Sure, give me 1 second, just loading here. How about this? $5 from Kit, and they simply say, can we get a $5 train? Choo-choo! Sure, Kit. For you. For Kit.
So, yeah, definitely want to give some shout outs of myself, I think. basically all the Halo Runs community that kind of came together to make this run really what it is. Shoutouts to Gambit and Sloth, who are still grinding despite the fact this game probably doesn't need to be grind. It's past its prime. We can stop, but they won't stop.
This is where Fohammer's going to pick us up.
That Fohammer's back there. We don't. We'll just ignore her. And she's gone.
Echo 419.
So, big shout outs to Chinovsky, of course, for giving us that bull strat. Shout outs to Goat Rope, the founder of Halo Runs, the whole reason we're all here.
HaloRuns.com.
HaloRuns.com for speedrunning. Basically, anything Halo related for speedrunning, go to HaloRuns.com.
I would like to shout out Eric Danielski. Nice world record.
Thirsty grunt.
Absolutely. Eric, without you, Halo Runs is nothing. Thank you so much for all that you do. Okay, we got to say hi to this guy now.
Yeah.
Good thing that food nipple's waiting for me at the starship. 'Cause, man, if I worked up a big, crunchy thirst.
Yeah, they're just, he's just there.
He just.
He's fine. Nothing happened, totally.
I'm not. I saw.
You didn't see anything.
All
There
right.
was nothing there. We saved him. That plasma was looking funny. Oh, 360 swag.
Kevin Turtle's in the chat.
Oh, hi. Oh! You actually got that.
I was totally improvising that, but okay.
I need you, though. Can you...
Can I make it down there?
No, but I need you to fall. We're running out of time, man.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, that's right. I forgot there's like an actual in-game timer here.
All right, stand right there.
I have no idea what y'all are doing.
No, hold on, yeah. There we go. All right. Easter egg.
Oh, okay.
If you come over to this corner, you will see the devs had a bit of fun spelling out the name Rex in blood.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't even know that was there.
A lot of people don't. It's, I didn't know it was there for a while, honestly. We have plenty of time, I promise.
Okay, I'm like watching that get under a minute. Like,
It's gonna start blinking to let you know it's scary, but we got plenty of time.
And coming up right here is the very final part, so time is very soon. So right here, hopefully Helpless can get a fling.
Oh, my mouse.
Oh,
Why is it doing this?
oh,
Yeah, we're
not
good.
quite, but yeah, Nervy's just going to squeeze his way through the barrels, and time will be once the screen goes white. Just one last betrayal
And time.
106.
yeah, I was gonna say y'all were like when y'all were like trying to do the trick over and over. I was like, y'all are well underestimate.
No, it does. You don't understand. When that trick doesn't work, it doesn't work.
I hear that.
All right, thank you all so much for having us. Library IRL RNG.
Yeah.
That's a new one.
Y'all really went through it this run, and
Yeah.
honestly, pure class the whole way through. Super great run. Honestly, good job.
Adapt and overcome.
Yeah.
And the legendary ending, of course. Any final shoutouts from y'all?
Let's just enjoy this first.
This is it, baby. Hold me.
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
That hand's awfully low.
Yeah, just shout outs, honestly, to, like I said, Gambit and Sloth for still grinding this game. Shout outs to everyone, Goose, Sorix, everyone in the Halo Runs community. Just all of you just pushing this game in different ways, trying out all the new tricks. It's still active. If you go to Halo Runs, there's still records being broken every single day somehow. Like, we've just been on a hot streak. Even though these games are decades old, they're still getting broken. And if you're at all interested in this speed run at all, we have tutorials for days. We have beginner routes, intermediate routes, advanced routes. People and a whole army of people willing to help you if you're even somewhat interested. MCC goes on sale all the time. It's probably on sale right now, honestly. I didn't check, but it's probably on sale. And there's no better time to get into speedrunning this game if you're even a little bit interested. Just go to haloruns.com, join the Discord, get involved. I didn't think I'd be doing this, honestly. I was like, I'll just do this as a little side thing, have some fun, and here I am. And you ask anyone who comes up on this stage, it'll be that exact same thing. So, yeah, thank you all so much for having us.
Yeah. Helpless, you have anything?
Yeah, shout outs to you guys for doing all the heavy lifting. It would be
Heavy lifting is a bit of an overstatement. You were the one doing the run. Thanks for having me.
And thanks for having me, GDQ. Thank you.
So thank you so much. I'm NervyDestroyer. You can find me on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter. I'm also in a band, Raising Cain. We're now changing our name to Our Brother Abel. So you can find us on Spotify as well. And thank you all so much. You can find Helpless on Twitch.
Yeah.